hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. What? Go for the doctor. Doctor? I thought you were a professor. I mean professor. Same difference. I'm pretty sure there's a big difference. Why do you keep doing that? What do you want? I'm currently flying over Africa. Well, you know, I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm starting to get my hopes up. Wait, did you just say you were in Africa? Yes, I found it. I found Wakanda. Really? Yes! Those fools, if they wanted to keep their place secret, they shouldn't have made movies around it. Okay, and again, you do know Wakanda isn't a real place. Oh, can't talk now. I see the mountain. Vibranium, here I come! Huh. Well, I'm sure he's fine. Disney is a company that we all know and either love or hate. Starting with Mickey Door to Darkness Mouse, Disney movies had hand-drawn animations for years until Princess and the Frog, which sadly was their last movie hand-drawn, before going completely computer animated. Now, while computer animation is great, nothing really beats hand-drawn animation. I mean, this was superior to this was superior to this, and this was way more superior than this. But where exactly am I going with this? Well, besides movies, hand-drawn animation also found their ways into their video games. While I looked and couldn't find any significant evidence that these games were in fact hand-drawn, they still at least looked very close to it, that it still has that feel to it. I did have a lot of Disney interactive games when I was a kid. We had a Windows 98 that was in the living room, and it didn't have internet, but it did have a stack of games to keep me entertained. One of them being the game we're going to be talking about today, Disney's Villain's Revenge. Released for the PC and Mac in 1999, this game is about 4 Disney villains. Hook from Peter Pan, the Evil Queen from Snow White, the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, and this guy. What's this guy's name? Hold up, let me Google it real quick. Ring Master. Okay, so this guy from Dumbo. So we start this game in this really eerie, dark room. There's no lights. Now, I don't know if anyone else was like this, but as a kid, stuff like this kind of terrified me. You know, like a dark room, the rendered backgrounds, you don't know what's going to happen or who's going to pop out. It really scared me, but, you know, of course I was like 4 back then. Now I'm a man, and I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty. I'm not going to jump at anything.
Cricket's the name. Jiminy Cricket.
Ah! That was a big fucking cricket. But no, this is Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio. He just kind of shows up out of nowhere.
Ever heard of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? Peter Pan, Dumbo, or Alice in Wonderland? They're all in this book. Would you like me to read you a story?
Wait, this is my book, isn't it? Wouldn't I already know the 4 stories that are in it?
I kinda need some help.
You know, Jiminy, there is a polite way of asking.
I kinda need some help.
No, seriously, dude, it's only one word. It's like...
I kinda need some help.
Dude, aren't you supposed to be like a moral compass or something? What the hell? Alright, let's help this guy out so we can move on.
On a dark and rainy night, a long, long time ago, in a kingdom far, far away, there lived pardon me. Say, I have an idea.
Oh, really, Jiminy? What's this grand idea of yours? Hey, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
At each of the happy ending pages, then you can guess which story to put them back into.
Oh, look at this smug son of a bitch. He just ripped out pages of what was probably a very ancient and expensive looking book. And what did you say? Endings?
Take out each of the happy ending pages, then you can guess which story to put them back into.
You ripped out 4 random pages that were right next to each other.
Come on, it'll be fun. I promise.
Okay, so when you said guess which ending goes where, you mean clicked on the pages with obvious indications on what story it goes to, and he'll spoil the ending for you.
Ah, Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. Now there's a happy ending for you. Snow White and the prince live happily ever after. Dumbo the flying elephant is finally reunited with his mother. Alice travels to Wonderland. Captain Hook is chased off by Tick-Tock the crocodile.
You know, this isn't really fun, Jiminy.
better put this one on the shelf. At least until someone can shed a little light on this situation.
Jiminy, what the hell is your problem? You blatantly caused this, and then you decided to just put the book back and let somebody else deal with your mistakes? Maybe he is my conscience. And since Jiminy ripped the pages out, it gives the villains of said story a chance to alter the endings, as told to us by the Blue Fairy? Wait. Okay, I know Jiminy being here is kind of a clear indication that Pinocchio happened, but he has been in other Disney IPs, so he's more of a universal character at this point. But the fish from Pinocchio was on the difficulty screen, and Geppetto was even mentioned by name.
It's a one-of-a-kind cuckoo clock, made by Geppetto himself.
So this is the Pinocchio world, right? Does that mean that the Disney universe revolves around Pinocchio? Because the other stories are in this book here. Am I overthinking this? Yes to that, at least.
Well, as I live and breathe, the Blue Fairy.
Sir Jiminy.
Whoa, hold up there, Glenda. Sir? Jiminy was knighted? When? His official name is Sir Jiminy Cricket, so he had to have been. Dude's a knight and he destroyed somebody else's property? That has to be against some kind of code. And who the hell would knight a cricket? Is it a slow day in Parliament?
You are going to have to travel into the stories to fix them.
We can do that, milady. I hope.
Well, actually, how about you do this, Jiminy? You're the one that messed it up. I'm just a kid. Well, I'm a kid in the game. You want me to go toe-to-toe with a ringleader? Well, okay, I could probably take that fat guy in a fight, but there's also a queen, a witch, and a pirate. Now, Hook may be the worst pirate I've ever heard of, but he's still a pirate. But before we can get into the book, because, you know, it can't be too hard to just open the book like I did before, but no, you have to go talk to these two doorknobs and show them that we can help by identifying the characters on the cover. Which kind of looks like they're on fire.
When you find him, point to where he is.
Excellent! There's Pinocchio.
Now, you could do the proper thing and wait and click on each one of them as they're told to us, but I found it's fairly quicker if you just do this.
There's Jimmy. Hello, Alice. What do you think? Mirror, mirror on the wall. There you are. There's the Cheshire Cat. Now we have to look for Grumpy. There's Grumpy. There's Sleepy. Well, what there's the White Rabbit.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
Try to remember who we work for. Our guest has just proven that they know what all of the storybook heroes look like, and they're ready to enter. We'll swing open and let you go in.
But I don't want to go.
I meant them!
Ooh, well, somebody woke up on the wrong side of the door today.
Well, okay, what am I reading here? Please remove current CD and insert disc 2? That was the whole disc? I've only been playing for like 9 minutes! And no, it doesn't ask you to put disc 1 back throughout the entire game, so why did this need to be 2 discs? We get sucked into the book and now we have to choose where to start. Well, Snow White was the first page and the first Disney movie, so why not we start there?
Here. So, what do you say? Can you help me get out of this thorny situation?
First obstacle in the game, getting through a thorn bush. You have to pick the branch not covered by another one to pull Jimmy free. If you don't, then he'll just go,
Ouch!
Don't worry, Jiminy. I know the exact tool we need for this situation.
Giles! Mac wants the flamethrower. Mac wants the what? That's what he said. Now move! Damn it.
We have to save Snow White before it's too late. Oh no, it looks like we're too late.
Oh no, we're too late. So anyway, the second stage is Dumbo. Nah, I'm just kidding. The poison apple just put her to sleep. I never really understood this. I mean, the evil queen was okay with hiring a huntsman to kill Snow White and then bring her lungs and liver as proof so that she can cook and eat it. Yes, I'm serious. Look it up. Well, in the movie, it's a heart, which I guess that's what this story is going for. But my point is, if she's okay with straight-up murder, why not just stab her and be done with it?
Hourglass, my next poisoned apple will be ready.
The evil witch goes downstairs and waits for her next poison, so we have a time limit to make a potion to save the Prince No-Name from the end of the movie. Because she trapped him instead of, you know, just killing the guy and be done with it. He's not even a stepchild to her like Snow White is. Yes, again, I'm serious. The story is really messed up. But in order to make the potion, we have to mix ingredients to make a cloud sneeze of Nimbus and an essence of Tattoo Regret, which we're going to need to make the green apples red, so that we can make the love potion. Because if we use the green one, we accidentally summon Prince Foot Fetish.
May I? I think we got the wrong guy.
Oh, really? You think, Jiminy?
Oh well.
I must be on my way.
The challenge here is getting it done before the evil witch comes back. Kinda wish they told you when she was coming back. She does turn the hourglass at the beginning, but the game doesn't really show what's inside of it. And the challenge also comes from remembering what ingredient goes next. When I was a kid, I actually wrote down what was needed, so I didn't have to go back to the book, but I don't have that now, and my handwriting was so bad I probably wouldn't be able to read it anyway. But who cares? The book isn't really that far, and the potion doesn't reset when you leave, so you can just have to remember 3 ingredients at a time, and the evil witch never really shows up. Yeah, you're supposed to get it all done within the time limit, but even on hard, the time limit must be way too generous, because I didn't even get a hint of a time warning. So, the first story done in not even 10 minutes. That does not bode well. Alright, second stage, Dumbo, what's his problem?
Right along, Trunk.
Because tonight the audience is filled with villains who just laugh at the most dreadful things. And worst of all, Dumbo can't fly anymore.
Wait, hold up. How does she know he can fly? Didn't he learn to fly at the end of the story? I could be wrong, I never did see Dumbo, but I'm pretty sure this was a big thing at the end of the movie, so shouldn't the story be over already?
Start by making the clown with the paddle.
Wow, she's right, Jiminy. Look at all these Disney villains. You can see Cruella, Scar, Gaston, James Woods. So this one is extremely simple. Just change the circus act around so that the clown next to Dumbo gets hit instead. You could really get this in one go if it wasn't for this frickin' trapeze you have to lower in a certain way so that the clown can grab the other clown's legs. And it's hard to precise the location without trial and error. But besides that, there's really nothing to this. The Ringmaster, you can't really blame him, I mean besides the obvious animal abuse, which of course makes him the worst villain out of the 4 in this game. But he does just let Dumbo go after you make the clown act work when the audience loves it. So really his crime is trying to sell tickets so his employer can make a living. And altogether that took me 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, you heard me right. Look, I know this is a kid's game and all, but be honest, do you really think it would take a kid longer than, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes to solve this? It's pretty much laid out for you, and if you don't succeed, well, you can just try it again. And it's only one solution throughout the entire puzzle, so there's really no replay value.
And 2 to go. What's next? Well, it looks like our next story is Alice in Wonderland. Alice has been on a lot of strange adventures, but she's always managed to keep her head.
By order of the Queen, we have orders to be prepared to remove Alice's head!
Well, this is it, my friend. Just one more story.
Alice in Wonderland. She lost her head and we have to go through the maze to find her. And unfortunately, we also run into some British loyalists.
Who knows how long it'll take to find our way?
Your way? There's no way here but the Queen's way!
This stage is the only stage in the game that actually utilizes the stereo sound on your headphones, which is a neat thing, especially for the time. But it's very unfortunate that it's only used in this one scene in this one part of the game. In the maze, you have to determine which route to take by the volume of Alice's voice. Kinda like the Lost Woods, actually.
Look around until you can figure out which entrance Alice's voice is coming from the loudest.
I suggest you hurry then.
I'm over here.
Forward!
Don't forget about me.
After each choice, you go down the trench like the Death Star, while also avoiding obstacles. What confuses me is that the smoke is hearts, spades, clubs, and diamonds. I mean, it makes sense, they're in cards, but then you have the Mushu clouds. I guess they're supposed to represent the Jabberwock, but it's kind of a stretch since the Disney animated film didn't really have them, and the smoke doesn't look like it.
Why, there you are. I'm very surprised at you, though, running off like that. And just when I needed you for support.
You know, Alice seems really calm given her situation.
Guess that's why they call this place Wonderland.
Wait, hold up, flag on the field. If her body can just float over, then her head can float over as well, right? Then why the hell did you make me go through the maze? But we're not done, of course. We have to go through the maze again, this time following the White Rabbit. Overall, this level took me like 15 minutes, which is the longest stage in the game, but that's mostly because you're just clicking on a path and then you have to wait. And on the hard difficulty, you seem to do a full-on sprint, so you have little time to click on things to make them go away. And also with the fact that the second part, you gotta click on these bushes to distract the guards, or else that— oh shit, sorry man, whoops, excuse me. This is madness. Moving on. So in the end, Alice gives you drugs and you can get out.
Here, eat this. It was very nice of you to save me. And my story. Please do drop by again.
And we're down to the final stage, Peter Pan, where Hook has turned him into an old man.
We released Tiger Lily. Otherwise, wasn't I right?
Seriously? You could have done anything, man. Take away his magic ability, make him unable to lift a sword, give yourself a Glock. Anything would have been more effective and creative than make him old.
Go on, pick it
Come
up.
and get it!
Use it to run this old starfish through the desert.
What's this?
What? No, dude, seriously. Repeat after me. Stab the motherfucker like a freshly cooked pig.
You are without doubt the worst pirate I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
And where'd you get that glove? You didn't have it on the whole fight.
A friend of Peter's is no friend of mine!
So for the Peter Pan stage, you fight Hook, which is actually pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. Even though all you have to do is keep slashing him on the right till he turns to the opening and then strike forward, pushing him back. And then you have to fight his crew. And this is difficult only because the mouse, I think, is a little bit too precise since it's an optical mouse instead of a ball mouse. Yeah, that was a thing back then, children. And it's just difficult getting the sword to move precisely on the bottom. And not impossible, mind you, just a little difficult.
Oh, drat!
Do what's right.
Aha, I have you unarmed, Hooked. Time to finish this.
I know you're trying to save Peter Pan, but you must never strike an unarmed man. Hook needs his sword for it to be fair. You should toss it back to him through the air.
Oh, come on, make it fair. It's a child against a pirate. They're natural-born cheaters. What, was it fair when he sent his goons at me, but it's not fair to seize the opportunity of him having butterfingers? And what's worse, she makes you go through the whole thing again. Which, again, isn't all that bad, it just makes it more tedious. So what you're actually supposed to do instead is click on the sword and give it back to Hook so that you guys can have a fair fight again.
Things were finally turning in my favor, and then you had to show up.
Oh, yeah, so fair. Real glad I gave him back his sword.
We gotta get back to the ship.
Overall, again, this would really only take you about 5 minutes if you do it right. I played through the game both on the hard and easy difficulty to see if there was a difference, which only seemed to affect health and some minor stuff.
Splish!
Thanks for setting things right. And if you ever need to find me, I'm in the book.
Wait, how come Peter got to have a little fourth wall break? Why didn't the others get the opportunity to thank me?
Wow, you did it. You actually fixed all of the stories. Now we just have to put these pages back in the book, and we're done. Hey, who took all of the happy endings?
Not me. I just took this one. I only took one page as well.
And I'm here as well! Oh no, they took the pages and turned my room into a portal for their stories, and the only way to defend myself is the book? Seriously, Jiminy, you think that's gonna help? I mean, pies, okay, yeah, I could see that. And the Queen of Hearts crochet balls? Maybe. Heck, even the witch's magic bouncing off makes sense because the book can be seen as magical, but Hook shoots fucking cannonballs at me. A storybook isn't gonna stop a cannonball. This part, again, is only really hard because of the mouse movements. You're supposed to bounce the objects back to the bosses, but the ball doesn't seem to want to listen on where to go sometimes, and the physics, surprise surprise, in a 1999 game seems to be almost non-existent. That and Jiminy won't shut up.
To face the other villains, pan all the way over and click. Hey, there's that mean old Queen of Hearts back there. Fire at the nets to shake loose those hooligan pirates. Fire at the nets to shake loose those hooligan pirates.
Okay, so we beat the bosses, so we can replay the levels or play one of the 4 mini-games the Blue Fairy unlocked for us. There's Help a Caterpillar Through the Maze. It sucks. There's some sort of reversey game with Peter Pan and Hook.
Oh well.
It sucks. A creepy clown doll playing Simon Says. It sucks. And a Lead the 7 Dwarves Slowly Down a Maze game. It sucks. Why was this game such a chore to go through? It had everything in place to make it a great game, but it's so short and shallow that it's basically a shovelware game. With only 4 stages, and again, they only last about 5 to 15 minutes, and the final boss took another 10 minutes, you're looking at about maybe a few minutes past an hour to gameplay. Which, while that might be good for a trip to the computer lab, or even while your kid's at home and you need a game to keep them entertained, there's barely any replay value in it. What they could have done was expand the 4 different worlds, making them little adventures that lasted 30 minutes to maybe an hour. Not one little game that lasts 5 to 10 minutes. Instead of 4 shitty minigames at the end, why not also let me watch old Disney cartoons? Disney had made some great games and some bad ones too. Now, I wouldn't consider Disney's Villain's Revenge bad, but it's a short game and there's no replay value to it, so really you just play it once and forget about it. Until you have a YouTube channel and decide to review it. Hey, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, it would help me out a lot if you liked it and possibly shared it across the internet. You can also follow me on Twitter for updates, and my Twitch as I live stream there occasionally. Have a game you want me to review? Comment down below and I will try to review it when I can. Thanks for watching!